Today I'm going to show you how to run a simple test against your business website that shows you how a search engine sees your site, and this will help you understand why your written content may not be structured perfectly and what you can do to address this. We've been looking at simple, practical ways you can assess your business website from 4 key perspectives: design, content, technology and marketing. And you're going to test your website today from a marketing angle. You'll need to do this on a laptop, a PC or a Mac rather than a phone. And the easiest way to achieve what we're after is to use the Firefox browser. You can download this from the Mozilla website if you don't have it already. It's safe to install, it's free, and it'll only take a few minutes. Start Firefox, visit one of your site's key selling pages, perhaps your homepage or a significant page that promotes your main products and services, and let that load for a second or two. In the example you can see I've loaded a page from Apple's website, and you can see how they've laid out the page, and you can pick out the key marketing messages. Take a moment or two to look over the page. You can see that it's quite visual and that most of the headlines and blocks of text are accompanied by a strong image that adds some context to the wording. Now, at the top of the screen, click on the View menu, then click on Page Style and choose the No Style option. You can do that like this on a PC and like this on a Mac. All you're doing here is saying to Firefox that you want to view the current page but without any of its normal design rules. You might still see images, that depends on how the page has been put together, and you'll certainly see all the text. Links will still work as well, but all the usual decoration applied to your site will now be removed. Just to be clear, this is only removed temporarily for you while you're looking at the page. You haven't actually done anything to your website, and anyone else viewing it, either at the same time or later, will see it completely normally. The way you're viewing the page now is akin to the way a search engine sees your page. A search engine is only a computer and it can't use any of the visual clues, the images, the design conventions that you and I pick up on when we're viewing a website. Primarily, all it can do is read text and recognise more important text from less important text. And you can see what I mean by this, because the prominent text, the headings and the subheadings, stand out more than the normal body text. And for a search engine, the headings and subheadings are strong clues as to what this particular web page is all about. And what that means to you is that the headings and subheadings are a critical part of your SEO, your search engine optimization. When you do this on your own site, the test you're doing is to consider the page's content while all the styling is removed, and check that your marketing messages still come through strongly. The most important statements and messages on the page should be those that are in the largest, most prominent text. In fact, if you just looked at those headings and subheadings alone, do they convey the important messages on that page? If someone else were to see your page now as it is, without any of its visual styling, would they know just from the headings and subheadings what you're offering and what your business is all about? It's an interesting exercise. You can see from the page on Apple's website that the headings suggest that this company is definitely into technology, but they're actually quite vague. The most powerful products for businesses are the ones people already love to use. Doesn't really tell you anything. Provide the tools that employees love would equally be a headline you might see on a hardware shop's website. So thinking about this page purely from an SEO point of view, the text could be more meaningful. But so often with websites, you're engaged in a battle between what appeals to and reads well for a person against what might be more suitable for a search engine. And in Apple's case, they're so well known that perhaps search engine optimization isn't a major thing for them. But when you do this for your site, and you probably have to work a lot harder to get visitors to your site than Apple does, it's worth considering the wording in your headings and subheadings to check that it conveys meaningful information. And where appropriate, those headings and subheadings should also use keywords and phrases that a prospective customer might use when searching for your products and services. Spend some time looking at your key selling pages in this reduced text only way, and that will help you to assess the strength of the written content and whether there's scope for you to reword pages to make that content more compelling. When you want to return to the normal view of your site, go back up to the View menu, click on Page Style and choose Basic Page Style. That was a marketing related test that you can perform against your website. We're going to cover more do-it-from-home tests around the design, content and technology aspects of your website in future videos, and the next one of those will be coming your way very soon.